Sådär, hjärtligt välkomna till dagens webbinarie. This webinar will be held in English, men jag kommer göra en kort introduktion här på svenska och presentera oss på Synerga som anordnar detta webbinariet. För er som inte känner till Synerga så är vi ett bolag med nordisk koppling. Vi finns i Sverige, Norge, Finland och också Danmark här alldeles strax. Vi har vårt lager i Jönköping. Vi har vårt finska lager utanför Helsingfors och vi håller just i detta nu på att sätta upp vårt norska lager också. Vi har kontor lite runt om i både Sverige, Norge och Finland. Och vi tror väldigt mycket på en digital försäljning men ändå med en fysisk närvaro. Synerga jobbar med 3 stycken produktkategorier. Där den vi kommer fokusera idag är solpanelerna. Men vi jobbar också med batterilagring och laddinfrastruktur till elbilar. För att understödja våran affär så har vi understödja hela materialdistributionen, så har vi utbildning så som idag ett produktwebbinarie där vi kommer gå igenom presentationer om LONGi idag med hur egentligen hela värdekedjan från kisel ända till en färdig solpanel som ska skruvas upp på ett tak fungerar. Vi jobbar väldigt mycket med yrkeshögskoleutbildningar och försöker få ut vår kunskap till installatörer runt om i Norden. Om ni har frågor, tveka inte att ställa dem. Idag kan ni ställa dem i chatten. Och annars i övrigt så är ni varmt välkomna att kontakta oss och vår projekteringsavdelning där vi har projekt- och tekniksupport. Oavsett om det gäller driftsättning, dimensionering eller andra tekniska frågor så finns vi där för att hjälpa er. Mitt viktigaste råd idag är hör av er. Sitt inte och fundera för länge utan vi hjälper er gärna. För att underlätta er design av solenergisystem och faktiskt underlätta beställningsprocessen också som nu kan göras helt digitaliserad så har vi Synerga Planner. Ett verktyg som kan användas för att räkna ut exakt hur mycket material som behövs, vilken växelriktare ni kan använda och det mekaniska infästningen uppe på taket. Hur många fästen, hur många klämmor. Och för er som vill veta mer om det här, skicka gärna ett mejl till mig för vi har en alldeles sprillans ny introduktionskurs som kommer få er att kunna använda det här på ett ännu bättre sätt än idag. Och det med kunskap, det tycker vi är otroligt kul. Både i webbinarieform som idag men också i tryckt form eller i digital bloggform. Vi har vår teknikblogg som hjälper er att hålla er uppdaterade på vad som händer i branschen. Vi har våra 2 handböcker i solcellsteknik och bygg och installation. Som ni alltid kan luta er tillbaka mot, ge till nyanställda eller bara förkovra er mer i solenergisystemet. Vi har också under våren här lanserat en Play-kanal. Där kommer ni kunna lära er mer på ett lite mer lekfullt sätt om hur solcellssystemet funkar. Där vi pratar med en hel del intressanta gäster och leverantörer till oss om deras produkter och deras system. Och som ni märkte så plingade det till här innan och vi spelar in det här webbinariet. Alla våra webbinarier, både detta och tidigare, kommer sedan finnas på vår YouTube-kanal. Och där var mitt korta introduktion slut. And I will with a warm hand welcome Dr. Jian Chu from LONGi, who will guide us through the rest of around an hour within the world of PV panels. So the stage is yours.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first share my screen. So you can see the presentation right now, right? Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to give a company and product updates here. As you can see, we are customer-driven value creation, and in today we basically give a presentation of our company updates and related product updates, and also the information that you're interested in. So as you can see here, LONGi. Sorry, We are founded in 2000. We is committed to being a world-leading solar technology company. We're focusing on customer-driven value creation for full scenario energy transformation. And our ground philosophy is technology leadership, steadiness, and reliability. I will show in today's presentation, I will show the concrete evidence of our brand philosophy. And also our mission is utilizing solar energy, building a green world. So by now, we have more than 60,000 employees globally and 30 networks, including 15 manufacturing bases globally. And here you can see this is the data in 2021. Our operation income is 12.694 billion US dollar, and the net profit is 1.425 billion US dollar. Our R&D investment is 689 million US dollar. LONGi has been dedicated to mono technology for more than 20 years. And here we start from a semiconductor, and since 2005, we officially march into the solar industry, and we begin with the production of a mono ingot in 2000. And then starting from 2014, we start also on doing the mono wafer business. And then this is a mono ingot and mono wafer. They belong to our LONGi Silicon business unit. In 2014, we marched into mono cell and mono module business because we did a lot of cost reduction, and we didn't see the reaction from module side. That's why we decided to march into the module business in order to lower the cost to bring value to our customers. So mono cell and the mono module, we have the business unit called LONGi Solar. I see somebody asking questions. Team, I think better is after the presentation finish and you ask me the question.
Yes, indeed. So please write your question in the chat, and then we will take all the questions afterwards. So please continue.
Yeah. And especially since 2019, we launched M6 silicon wafer standard, and in 2020 we launched the M10 silicon wafer standard. Also, we joined RE100, EV100, EP100. For the details, I will show you in the next slides. In 2021, it was to mention that in March, we also established a hydrogen business unit. So we bring the green hydrogen to the market. It was to mention that also in this year, 2021, we have broken 3 world records for N-type TOPCon, P-type TOPCon, heterojunction. It was to mention that just a few days ago, we've broken again on a heterojunction solar cell technology. So all this related to the green hydrogen business, we have LONGi Hydrogen business unit to take care of this products. Here shows that our mono wafer manufacturer, we are the world #1. The industry leading standard wafer size. We achieve 100% diamond wire cutting of mono silicon wafer, and of course the shipment is also #1. Here shows that all our factory, including the ingot and wafer, and in 2021 we shipped more than 70 gigawatt wafer. That is meaning that all the other module manufacturers, cell manufacturers, they buy the wafer from us also. Our competitors buy wafer from us also. So in this year, our wafer capacity increased from 105 gigawatt to 150 gigawatt. In 2021, we are the #1 solar technology company to ship more than 38 gigawatts. In fact, we are always the #1 for shipping the mono products. But from last year, we are the #1, including all kinds of module, including poly and mono. And the module capacity increased from 60 gigawatt to 85 gigawatt this year. Here it shows our locations for warehouses, manufacturing bases, and offices. I'm here locating in Germany, Frankfurt. We have also two factories outside China. One is located in Vietnam, one is located in Malaysia. It's my great honor and pleasure to mention that Senegal is one of the most important strategic distribution partners of LONGi in Scandinavia. The collaboration between Senegal and LONGi started in 2018. Through the years of developing, Senegal has become LONGi's diamond distributor in Europe. In Scandinavia, Senegal is extending LONGi's latest products and high standard services. As I mentioned, for the steadiness and reliability, first, I would like to demonstrate by our leading financial health. You can see here the Atman-Z score is, which is issued by Bloomberg. It is a very important factor to evaluate the financial health of the company. If the value is lower than 1.8, that belongs to the risk zone. That means the company has a risk to be bankrupt. If the value is higher than 2.8, then it's safe zone. Then the company, has no financial issue to leading to the bankruptcy. So as you can see, LONGi has the value of 2.30. It's very excellent performance. And if you see, we are among the module manufacturers, we are #1. Because we believe financial health is the best warranty for from PV manufacturers. We are tier 1 in tier 1, and also we are 100% of bankability. Our bankability rating is AAA. I will give a little bit detailed explanation of this bankability rating. As you can see, the bankability including not only financial health, as I showed in Atman-Z score, and also including manufacturing, which means shipments and capacity and technology. So they consider all this together, they give a rating for the company. As you can see in this pyramid, LONGi is in the highest position. Secondly, I will mention about the technology innovation. We continuously put huge amount of money in R&D. As you can see, LONGi invests 5 to 7% of our revenue on R&D for already 8 years. The total investment in R&D reached to nearly $2 billion. It is significantly higher than other peers. As you can see, take the 2020 data, you can see our investment. We occupy 26% of the investment in R&D of the total compared with with other peer module manufacturers. As a result, by the December 2021, we have accumulated 1,387 patents. So we cooperate with we also cooperate with research institutes, industry partners to ensure our products to provide the optimal solution to the customer and meanwhile lower our cost. That's why, because of this strong technology strength, we can also support, help us to achieve the strong financial performance. As many people interested in how the module was made. So it's starting from a polysilicon as a material, and then for the mono, use the mono produced from the silicon, and through the ingot pooling technology, we produce the ingot, and then wafer, and then cell, and then module. Here, I would like to show you some videos so that you can have a very direct view of how this, how the ingot, wafer, cell, and module are produced. Okay, this is about ingot and wafer. Now is the cell. I apologize. I'm sorry that the text, the subtitle is only now Chinese available. Okay, the last is a PV module. As you can see, the factory is highly automated. And as mentioned, LONGi is diligently work with the industry partners, including equipment, material suppliers, to optimize the process and increase the productivities. And here shows we're starting from with the ingot production, which is which you saw in the first video, and from this technology, RCZ ingot pulling technology applied since 2013. And as you can see at the beginning, it is 6 kilogram per crucible. One crucible is this is one crucible. And then with our continuous increase with our technology improvement, we continuously increase the feeding rate. And then also we can do from one crucible to do multiple pulling. So up until today, we can do 1.5 tons per crucible, more than 1.5 tons. And also the high-speed ingot pulling technology, we increased the speed by 80% since 2013. And the production line was keeping automation, including automatic control system, automatic loading technology, automatic edge cleaning system, etc. And the revolution diamond wire slicing technology is first introduced by LONGi in 2014 and achieved 100% diamond slicing in 2015. And we also continuously reduce the diamond wire diameters so that they can, one ingot, they can have more wafer. And of course, if you, the sliding speed is increasing 90%. So the productivity is significantly increased. The concept, give a direct idea how it can save for the industry. For each year, due to this technology, it saved the PV industry over $4 billion each year. It is per year. It is relatively relatively equals to construction of 5 Peking Olympic stadiums each year. So that's why you see, because of the technology innovation, especially from the ingot and wafer part, it significantly increased it reduced the cost by 80% between 2018 and 2019, and also the quality of the wafer also significantly increased, because we know the quality of the wafer will strongly affect the quality of the cell, and to the end is the power performance of the module. Not only on the mono ingot and wafer, but also LONGi has been leading the technology innovation on cells and modules through the years, as you can see here. This part is we just introduced for the ingot for ingot and wafer technology, and we also have a PERC, mono PERC. From mono PERC, bifacial PERC, and half cut to large size wafers like M6, M10 standardization. LONGi is leading the way of introducing the major advanced technologies into the market. We are one of the first companies on PERC since 2016, and our related product is HIMO 1. And then we also first introduced bifacial PERC in 2017 to the market. And more customers realize the value of the bifacial PERC technology. And they choose their, especially for their utility projects, significantly because the bifacial PERC significantly provide a higher energy yield to help customers to realize their the value. We call it lower the LCOE. So our product related to this first launch is HIMO 2 for the bifacial modules. And with half-cut technology, the module performance is even dramatically improved, especially when there's a shading. A related product is HIMO 3, we launched in 2018. And HIMO 6, M6 wafer size, we launched in 2019. And this one helps to reduce the BOS cost quickly. And then for M10, which is in 2020, the optimal size design for large size utility projects reduce the BOS cost further. And then the two module product is the HIMO 4 and the HIMO 5. And all this innovation focus on bringing a better value to our customers by reducing the BOS cost, improving the energy yield, and to the end to realize the lower LCOE. So as you can see from due to our contributions, the mono technology from 2015 to 2020, the LCOE decreased by 35%. That's why, as you can see, because of the cost reduction, we can bring through those technology innovation, we can bring the market also change. With such aggressive cost reduction, the technology innovation changed from in 2015 back to 2015. The mono less than 20% in the market share, and then until 2021, it's already more than 90% in the market share. Before continue for the quality issue, I would like to shortly mention the bifacial. What is bifacial module? And what's the short history? It is interesting things that we saw this in the history of the utility, and we see this is happening also for DG, for everywhere. So as you can see, what is bifacial? Bifacial module is glass, POE, and the cell area, and the POE and glass again. So they laminate together. POE is like a glue. They put all the stick module very stickly together. So we call it bifacial, means the cell is two sides can absorb light and generate electricity. And the glass, the backside instead of a back sheet, it is glass. So allow light to the cells from the backside of the module. So there's a concept called bifaciality, and we use POE because it's highly reliable. The market adoption of the bifacial was not an easy achievement, like many other new technologies. And customers, especially investors, at the beginning they did not accept the bifacial right away when we introduced this bifacial module in 2017. And then we have to work with various partners, including third-party test labs, downstream partners, suppliers like trackers, inverters, companies, customers, to study how the system design impact on the bifacial backside again, and how to optimize the design to maximum the backside again. And through those exercises, we are able to optimize the model design, the partners being able to optimize the BOS couplet design and systems set of parameters. We are very professional on this through years experience. And finally, to optimize the bifacial again, which is the backside energy yield, extra energy yield, so that we can establish the confidence among the customers and investors to finally adopt the bifacial technology, and then especially finance the backside energy yield. And nowadays, more than 50% of our shipment is bifacial modules. This widely welcomed by the customers. Here the map shows that, of course, you can do, before you have the project, you can do by the PV system to do some simulation, but more concrete evidence is to have the bifacial test, real pilot projects. We have this with many third parties, famous third parties, as you can see, because bifacial again relate to the ground situation, relate to the height of the module, etc. As you can see, even with the black fabric, we have 4.4% more energy yield from the backside. Here shows not only the pilot project, also we have implemented a lot of real projects. The big project and the PV bifacial module outdoor test, the PV laboratory, they did one of the tests, as you can see here. In Davis, California, they studied reliability and power generation of bifacial modules from different manufacturers, and found out that the products of different manufacturers are significantly different. in fact, this shows that our module has the best performance for the bifacial energy for the bifacial gain. Here just grass reflectivity. That means the ground situation is the grass, and white reflectivity means the ground is white. And then usually when the ground is white, it have more reflection, so the bifacial gain is higher. LONGi, we started mass production of the PERC cells and modules back to 2016, and we lead to industry-wide adoption of the mono PERC. Our PERC record, you can see here, world record is 20. It is world record is 24.06, and by this PERC technology, the quality, the performance, and this reliability of our mono PERC models are also proved by the famous third-party organizations like Truth Island, like PVEL, like RETEC, and also there's the power generation test by PV Magazine. Two of modules is always in the top 5, and especially one is always the first ranking. Of course, besides the PERC technology, we had world record. We also, as mentioned, since 2021, we keep have the break world record on the TOPCon, N-type TOPCon, P-type TOPCon. Heterojunction is helium-free heterojunction, and also the normal heterojunction solar efficiency, and P-type heterojunction. And as mentioned, just a few days ago, we also had a new world record on a heterojunction solar cell efficiency, which is 26.50. It was mentioned now today, the highest cell efficiency of other technologies, the highest one is 26.60. So we are, from this point of view, we have the very good performance on the efficiencies. And I will explain you why, what the technology roadmap, what is cell technology, what are our opinions on choosing the cell technologies for products in the market in the next slide. Here it shows the cell efficiency and power evolution. In the past few years, we see the cell efficiencies, module power increase aggressively. What I might mean here is mainly about mass production. Before 2015, the aluminum back surface field cell technology, which is this one, it is basically dominate the market. And the efficiency is only 19.8. We will talk about the mono. We always talk about mono here. And if we consider 72 cell modules, it's the output is 330 watt peak. And mono PERC is introduced in 2016. Its efficiency is still less than 21%. Module power is about 350 watt. For the 72. Here I always mention about 72 cells. Since then, you can see the PERC technology, PERC cell efficiency steadily improves to nearly 24% nowadays. And the power, for the 72 cells, the power for here is M2, and here is mainly about it's about M2 cells. When we mention about 300 here, it's about, if we talk about the module power output here from M2, this is a M2 cell size, which is 157.85 millimeter cell size, and M2 now M10 is 182 cell size. So the power increased to nowadays is nearly 550 watt peak. So brings by the technology innovation and the size increasing of the wafer size, we can see that those improvements brings customer better system cost and lower LCOE. Here, I also want to emphasize that you can see that the PERC in the history, it's always has gradually increased. So it still has a potential, very big potential to reach higher cell efficiency. And besides, the PERC since 2016 until now, we have 6 years. The industry has 6 years experience on this technology. So especially if you consider the mass production. So the technology is very mature. It doesn't mean we don't consider other cell technologies. As you see that we already have the efficiency world records on other technologies. Here, I want to show you that we are continuous to develop and evaluate the advanced technologies, like passivated contact. You can understand like heterojunction, TOPCon and heterojunction, back contact, tandem. And what we consider is, for sure, the cell efficiency will increase by those technologies, but you should consider the challenges, some things like the cost, and especially mass production, high volume manufacturing, mass production feasibilities. So, as we LONGi, our conclusion is now is that right now the PERC is still the main, and still we need to dig it deeper for the potential, and still is the main technology in the next 2 or 3 years. But as I mentioned, we will introduce the right technology. We have all the cell technology back in our yard. So we will introduce the right technology into the production and into the market in the right time. As we know that before, back in 5 or 6 years before, the whole industry, let's see, when the module industry is starting to boom, and then at the beginning, it's always the government support, like a feed-in tariff. And then in that time, the most emphasis on the module design, and the relatively less emphasis on the verification. But nowadays, it's always a bankability. You need to get the money from bank to support your projects. So then more and more, module reliability tests, manufacturing quality control, field performance becomes more and more important. We have all this quality control, and with the certified by our quality management. So we launched LONGi's lifecycle quality, which means we guarantee our product quality and performance from start to finish, from the module design and the verification of all the reliability, the quality control, and performance. I will explain in some more details in the next slides. And first, you can see the way that we design our module. High optical underutilization, bifacial power generation, innovation optical structures, interconnection materials, reasonable electrical design, current density, open circuit voltage, and high encapsulation density, which is lead to high power output, high efficiency, like smart soldering. I will mention this technology later. Lower degradation on LID, LETID, PID. Stable supply chain guarantee, like glass, junction box, transportation compatibility, like handling, packaging, and transportation. That's the things that we consider all the factors, and in order to have the optimal design on our modules. Nowadays, a lot of people mentioning a bigger size, bigger wafers. So let's get back to some background of this issue. And you can see here, the idea of developing 200 millimeter wafer size, in fact, is from semiconductor industry. For the semiconductor industry, the chips, this part, the upper part, the chip productions, I mean, semiconductor wafer productions, chip productions is more expensive. Let's see that the most expensive part in this industry. That's why they use this size to get more chips from the bigger the wafer, they get more chips from this wafer. But they do this way. It does not. I mean, for the semiconductor industry, it does not affect the downstreams like packaging or this handling issue. It's totally different from the of the PV industry. As you can see, the PV industry, in fact, the upper part for produce the wafers is only 7% of the total cost. So it's relatively less. But we need to consider the downstreams, like handling the modules, the supply chain stabilities and the stability, steadiness and the reliability of the modules and all things that we need to consider. So that's why I want to emphasize that this is two different industry, and the 210 is taking an idea from semiconductor industry. And worth to mention that as you know, M2 cell was very popular, was a standard there, and is from LONGi, and it was registered in the International Semiconductor Society as recognized the standard. And after that, LONGi have 166, which is the M6 wafer size, and 182, which is the M10 wafer size. So for the module design, we provide the optimal design based on the comprehensive boundary conditions analysis. Why we choose 182? Indeed, this is about a question of is the PV modules, or let's see if the size of the wafers is bigger or better. The size, the answer for sure is negative. Why? Because we need to consider the material properties like glass frame cell. If you have a bigger, then they have more risk to have a failure rate it will be increased. And under the situation like a hurricane, blizzard, hail, electrical, transportation and handling, the bigger will cost you also the more problems. Same as a tile landscape portrait installation. So by considering this, we have the optimal solution. The solution for the optimal size is 182 wafer size. So again, when we talk about LCOE, levelized cost of electricity or energy, it is all the money you invest for the project divided all the energy you got from this project in the whole life of the PV module. So reliability is the most important things on this issue, because if you lost reliability, your module broken, anything happened, then there's not mention about the benefits you got. So give a concrete example. For the we compare with the 210, 60 or 66 cells module with our 182, 72 cell modules. So you can see the width increased from 1.13 meter to 1.3 meter. And then the deformation, when you have the same mechanical load, the deformation increases 40 to 60%. And here shows the microcrack. If such increasement, inevitably there's more microcracks. So we cannot compromise the reliability to the size of the module. The other things want to emphasize here is that you can see, if we talk about module efficiency by wafer size, you see it's basically very similar, and if you're considering the average, it's even a little bit less. And this is the cell efficiency over the wafer size. As you can see that when you keep increasing the wafer size, the cell efficiency will even go down. So that's why we need to choose the optimal one. Which one is optimal? M10 wafer size. Module reliability. On this issue, I mentioned just now the smart soldering. The smart soldering is we have the patent on this. It's using the front side using the triangle ribbon, which is can absorb more light to have more light reflected on the cells. And on the back side, we use the flat. The section is a flat. So this is the yield strength, which is a test in the lab. And you can see by the smart soldering, it is more soft. That means when there's mechanical load comes, it can handle the force flexibly. But with the traditional standard round ribbon, which is used widely used from other manufacturers, you can see this more brittle. That means when force comes, it can it's very hard. It's easy to broken. Less flexibility. As you can see here, this comparison with the stretcher test is very critical test. It's 5,400 Pascal static mechanical load plus 1,000 Pascal dynamic mechanical load plus thermal cycle 15, and you can see the results. The degradation by using the smart soldering only have 2.9% degradation. And with the traditional standard round ribbon, its degradation is nearly 5%. From 2019 to 2021, in fact, we just received the information in this year. We also achieved, and in this year there will be one more programs. So 2019-2021, we achieved a higher achiever, which in all three categories: reliability, damp heat Tucson dynamic mechanical load, PID test, performance, module efficiency, PTC to STC, and pound file LID, LETID stress. This is on performance, and quality is threshold test. We all achieved the top performance. So that's why we are high achiever. And then you can see that compared with other manufacturers, we all passed. But in some manufacturers, some passed, some not. And in this year, one program is added is about hail test. We also passed. We also, for all the programs, passed. This one is a PVEL. Also, they have a 6 program. We are also the only one passed all the programs. Let me give a short introduction of the industry trends and LONGi's position. And as you can see that this one is from a well-known organization in China to did this evaluation. It's this PV Industry Association in China. As you can see that the China's for polysilicon in China from 2021 to 2025, it will be increased from 80% to 93%. And then the wafer in China will slightly decrease. And carbon cells in China will slightly decrease and then grow up again. And the module in China, the capacity will also keep increasing. This slightly decreases due to the nowadays because a lot of new capacity, new cell and wafer capacity, new line up. So there will be a slightly decrease. Because the old line will be offline. And here you can see that the shipment capacity from 2011 to 2021 for the main module manufacturers. And you can see we started from 2015, but we have aggressively growth until last year we reached to 38.5 gigawatts. And then this one is capacity in 2021, which is with the full color here, and then 2022, and we also is the number one on the capacity. And this shows that the revenue, also the interesting rate, because the revenue here is all about revenue, but the revenue does mean that you have enough interest, because you can let's take this let's take the example of 2021. You see all the top players maintain a steady and rapid growth compared with the previous years, but the increase in income what doesn't mean the increase in profit. So the net interest rate has to be considered here, and the profitability here shows in Q1 2022 was gradually repaired compared with this year. If you see the 2022, that is the difference. How to say? The main reason it can be the price increase lag behind the upstreams, and also the homogenization. That means the products very similar, cost of profit pressure, and also the difference in raw materials access, integration of market segment structure, etc. All this data is published, is public. Like this data is on the year's report of like LONGi, Jinko Solar, JA Solar, Kennedy Solar, Trina, and Ryzen. And the assets and the liability. Here you can see one more thing. You can see we are always the best. And this thing is also very important to evaluate that how many the money you borrow from the bank, the lower the value, the better. You can see LONGi, we always keep around average like 55%. And the ESG rating also nowadays become more and more important, and it's related to the environmental, social, and government. So it's shortly called ESG. This criterion is a set of standards that potentially customer and investor use to see this company in more related to environment, social, and government issues. So as you can see that we starting from 2018, we are ranked 3B, and then we keep improving ourselves, and then until now we since 2019 we are ranked on A, and then score is 7.73. If you compare with all the others, we are also the highest. Okay, now we come to the product introduction part. Here, I think you're all familiar with our HIMO 4 products. The HIMO 4, this 4 means considering the bifacial, and the 4M means the monofacial, bifacial double glass, monofacial with a backsheet. So we have a wide range of application scenarios by 60 cells, white and black, and 66 cells white, and 72 cells. And for the monofacial HIMO 4, as mentioned, the 60, 72, and 66 can cover all the possibilities on the rooftop. So as mentioned, it can be used on residential, CNI, and also 72 can also use on the utility, especially if you want to build something in a ground situation, like it's not a flat, it's some like a small mountain or somewhere. This is very fit for that scenario. This is based on M6, which is 166 millimeter wafer size and gallium doped. Can maximize your installation capacity. Flexible for installation. HIMO 5 products, also we have this family for a wide range of applications with 54 cells, black and white, and 66 cells, and 72 cells. Of course, the power somehow is comparable with HAMO4, like this one can compare with, can be a substitute of 72 LR4. I mean, HAMO4 modules. This one can also substitute the 66. Because by the end of this year, all our HAMO4 products will be phased out. That means by the end of this year, there will be no production for HAMO4 modules. So 72s for higher, especially for utility. We have the quality test is very good from the PV magazine, especially you can see the LETID, lead-induced degradation at the elevated temperatures. That means that this one mainly to measure the quality of the wafer and the cell. That this one LETID is that when the temperature goes up, the cell's performance, the degradation, I mean, it will decrease. And how much it should be? Usually, the standard should be less than 0.5%. So we have a full score at that. That means with the high quality cells, for sure, you've got a high quality module. And also the EL and visual appearance, we are 100 point on this. And our 72 bifacial cells HAMO5 module won the Intersolar Award. Worth to mention that this award is not only competition among the PV module manufacturers, it's competition among the whole PV industry, including inverters, etc. So with the big brother won the Intersolar Award, we have now a product 55, as I showed, this one, cell module HAMO5 monofacial. A residential standard can be applied based on M10 wafer size, and then gallium doped, smart soldering, Intersolar Award. So here shows that the system compatibility on the mounting system. So we have our installation manuals, and in our installation manuals, all the standard mounting methods methods are recommended by us. If you cannot find the mounting method in our installation manuals, you come to us. You can come to me, the technical support colleagues in LONGi, and we will analyze your situation and provide the mechanical evaluation. And here's what we given here: the mounting method and the mechanical load on the snow and wind. The inverter compatibility, as you know, that when the cell become bigger, the current also, the IMP, the maximum power current also increase. So compatible with inverter is if the inverter input in a current for the inverter is less than 50 ampere, we are compatible. And now since second half of last year, the inverter industry also start to have the look much into their product portfolio to have a higher current to compatible with the M10 wafer size. The degradation, because it's still product technology, so the power warranty is for the first year degradation less than 2%, and for the second year until for monofacial 25 years. For bifacial is 30 years. So for monofacial is 0.55% per year degradation, and then the bifacial is 0.45%. And this is, of course, the worst case. Our average, based on our real field performance, the average is 0.3. And the power roadmap for HAMO5 modules, 72 monofacial, shows here by the first half of 2024. And then bifacial, and then this is the monofacial. And then this is 54 monofacial modules. In this year's Intersolar, LONGi also launched two new product category for BIPV solutions. One is LONGi Roof, one is LONGi Bright. I will not give a more detailed introduction to here because it's just launched. We still need time to get to evolve into the market, so we can have other webinars or technical exchanges on this topic later. So the idea for these two products is that empower every inch of the buildings to generate electricity. We have a lot of projects in China already implemented. Last but not least, I would like to mention that our sustainability on the environment, for the LONGi sustainable future. We have concrete set up the milestone for each step. For example, by 2028, which is up here, we will use, or our factory will use green energy to produce the product, whatever is a wafer, ingot, wafer, cell, or modules, and etc. I will show you some more concrete achievements by last year in the next slide. And you can, what's to mention that since 2018, December 11, we officially announced the Solar for Solar concept in the United Nations Climate Change Conference. Which means we will use 100% renewable energy for our daily use, including production, including our facilities, every offices. So now two factories already reached the goal. So we will continue to finish the rest of them. We joined in 2019, we joined RE100, EP100, EV100. RE100 is renewable energy 100, which means we should, the commitment is we should achieve 70% renewable electricity usage ratio by 2027, and then 100% renewable electricity usage ratio by 2028. What we achieved here in 2021 is we achieved 40.19% renewable power usage through our own generation facilities, procurement from third-party generation in our farms, and procurement of green power. And the EP100 is efficient production, complete deployment of energy management system by 2025, and improve energy use efficiency by 35 compared with 2015. That is a target. What we reached by 2021 is installed energy management system in 4 of our 28 operation sites, and increased energy utilization efficiency by 53.85 compared to 2015. Electrical vehicle 100 is installed charging facilities in 100% of production and operation sites by 2030. What we achieved is installed 50 charging facilities, including 417 kilowatt AC charging posts, and 41 7 kilowatt AC charging posts, and 9 40 kilowatt DC charging posts, and all production operation sites, including headquarters campus. So in summary, in 2021, for the under environment of in China in 2021 we have electricity shortage. Even under that situation, LONGi use of electricity produced by renewable resources was more than 40%. I think that's all for today's presentation. If you have any questions, I'm here at your disposal.
Thank you very much. It has been quite quiet in the chat, but it was extremely useful information, I think. And I think that you really highlighted the importance of not only choosing the right module, but also choosing the right module manufacturer, because the choice that you do, you will stick for it for at least 30 years. So it's an important choice, and the module manufacturer will be a very important partner to not only us as a wholesaler, but also to the installer and the end customer. I think you highlighted that very, very nicely.
Thank you, Tim.
Since we don't have any questions, I think that we will end the webinar here. And thank you so much for these presentations. And as you said, that we will have many more topics to cover in the upcoming autumn and for 2023.
Yes.
But
For sure.
until then, this was the final webinar for Synergia before the summer vacation starts. So I wish everybody a really nice and warm and sunny summer, and we will be back in the autumn. Take care, everybody, and thanks again.
Thank you. Take care.